It began with a single gunshot on a sunlit street in Sarajevo, a sound that would echo across the world, igniting a conflict of unprecedented scale. But this was not just the act of one man. It was the spark that landed on a continent simmering with rivalries, a complex web of alliances waiting to unravel. In the summer of 1914, the great powers of Europe, bound by treaties and driven by ambition, stumbled into a war that no one truly wanted, but everyone was prepared for. Within weeks, the continent was a battlefield. A system of trenches, stretching for hundreds of kilometers, scarred the landscape of Western Europe. Here, millions of men endured a grim existence, trapped between mud, barbed wire, and the constant threat of enemy fire. Life was a monotonous cycle of fear and waiting, punctuated by moments of unimaginable terror. Soldiers lived and died in these squalid ditches, their world reduced to a narrow strip of earth under a perpetually gray sky. What happens when the very air you breathe becomes your enemy? The Industrial Age had given birth to terrifying new instruments of destruction. For the first time, chemical warfare was unleashed on a massive scale. Clouds of poison gas, chlorine, phosgene, and mustard gas drifted silently across no man's land, inflicting agonizing death and lifelong injuries. Above, primitive aircraft engaged in aerial dogfights, while on the ground, monstrous armored tanks lumbered across the cratered terrain, machines designed to break the deadlock of the trenches. Humanity's ingenuity had created a more efficient way to kill. This was not merely a European conflict, it was a world war. Empires drafted soldiers from colonies in Africa, Asia, and the Americas, pulling nations from every corner of the globe into the fray. Men who had never seen Europe fought and died on its soil, their contributions often forgotten by history. The war raged on land, at sea, and in the air, a truly global struggle that reshaped the map and the destinies of millions. After 4 long years and an estimated 20 million deaths, the guns finally fell silent on November 11, 1918. The world that emerged was broken. Empires had crumbled, economies were shattered, and an entire generation was lost. The Treaty of Versailles, intended to secure a lasting peace, instead sowed the seeds of future conflict. The Great War was over, but its legacy of trauma and resentment would cast a long, dark shadow over the 20th century. It was meant to be the war to end all wars. It was only the beginning.